What?
We're live.
Oh.
We're both just staring at it. Hi!
Hi.
I like how the anticlimactic, the countdown clock would be because and then we're just like, hey, time roller. How are you doing today? I think I finished my snack. It's tiny. See? So, fridge is still broken, but fridge company decided to send money back. And
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. So we're going to go buy a new fridge.
Yes.
Like, tomorrow? Maybe? I'd like to tomorrow.
We haven't really had much time to discuss it.
I'd like to tomorrow. So, anyway, I go live at like a minute till it's done to keep people on their toes.
Nice. We do go live a little early sometimes, and we go live when we remember to go live.
Right. I was looking up refrigerators. I'm guilty. I was looking up refrigerators to see where around here even has refrigerators. We're kind of in the boondocks. We're not in some big city like in New Mexico where everything's available.
In New Mexico, as if every city in New Mexico is a city.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. Roswell, New Mexico, millions of people. All the game stores you could ever think of. That kind of thing. I think. I don't know, based on no knowledge. We drove through it. We drove through Roswell, New Mexico, and they have a UFO McDonald's.
Yes. Which we ate at.
Because we had to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
I feel like something really not the greatest happened there. I don't remember if like we had a kid with wet pants or something. I think we had a kid with wet pants. A sick kid or that
I may have been sick kid. Hello, Wim the webmaster. Timberler says, I like my fridge. I was on a budget and got one on clearance from Home Depot online, half the price of local places. So the interesting thing is I was looking at refrigerators last week and everything was like this really large price. And it was like, oh, great. But today and yesterday, all of Lowe's and Home Depot have started their Black Friday month sales. And so all of their appliances are on sale.
Yeah, so they're making it a month-long thing this year, which works out for us.
Yeah, that works out for us. So hopefully we can have a refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then be back to regular people.
As regular as our house can be.
As regular as our house can be. Okay. Anyway, so we will see. And possibly, if I can inquire, I'm trying to think, like, they lifted all those things with just, like, straps. So I've got straps around. We could lift the fridge with that. I mean, you're, like, a 300-pound bodybuilder, like the guys who, like, so am I, right? Just by our physique, you can tell. We're big bodybuilders.
I am not 300 pounds.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not even close to 300 pounds, thank you very much.
Well, maybe us combined. We are one. We are one of the guys.
One combined.
We're one 300-pound bodybuilder. Okay,
I mean that's
4 arms.
That's fair.
And 2 legs.
I will go for that.
So, okay. Stop talking, Adam.
Yes. Thanks, Wham. Or is there a shovel emote? I could get him a shovel
for me to dig my hole deeper. I'm gonna save Adam and say he meant you can lift 300 pounds.
Oh, that's for sure a no.
Okay, well we better go to board games really quickly because this is a board game stream and not a roast the husband stream.
I feel like it's the other way around.
We're going to play
Kingdom Builder today. Yes. Once you start digging that hole, it's hard to get back out with any dignity.
Right. Wait, was I supposed to start by trying to have dignity?
It might be a benefit.
It might have been.
I mean,
might have been.
Anyway, we're going to play Kingdom Builder today. Who wants to play?
Right.
And do you know how? I love Kingdom Builders. I would have to say I would play anything else.
There's Kingdom Builders. Okay. Good. I was just peeking to see what else I want to do.
It happens to the best, Adam.
For the next. They have bang. Well, it's bang the card game and not bang the dice game. I don't really like Puerto Rico. We can do Barron Park next time.
Oh, you didn't look by no, go back up.
Uh-huh.
No, up.
Uh-huh.
Go to
I have it by popularity.
Yeah, we were trying to do games that were a minimum of 5 people. Because we oftentimes have 5 people. So then that'll change your
number
list.
of players.
I have to
5.
Oh, Sophie Razor, hi. Welcome to the chat. I have to learn Living Forest. We have not played that one yet either. Played that. But I think it's not on the list if we have the 5+ players.
So we'll have to think. Anyway, we're going to do King Domino.
Yeah, there's a big section there of games I don't particularly want to play. So.
How are you doing, Soften Your Razor?
Time Roller loves Living Forest. At some point, I'll have to learn it.
Is it a 4-player game? Was it on there until I switched to 5-player?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Where's it at? Is it popular?
It's a 2 to 4 player for Living Forest.
Okay.
What?
Anyway, let me get Kingdom Builder up. Did you play this when we did our last game day? We brought
the live one?
We brought it, but I can't remember if
I only played 2 games of Rhino Hero and 2 games of King of Tokyo.
Okay.
Neither of which I was particularly interested in playing, but
okay. Well,
such is the life of the people running the game event. So,
for live players.
Okay, Soften Your Razor's gonna sit out for now.
I don't know this one, so I'll sit out. Okay. King Domino or Kingdom.
Kingdom Builder.
I thought we were going to be playing King Domino, and I don't really like King Domino that much, so I was like, wait, which one?
It is really easy.
It is one of the...
Basically, you draw a card, and you have to put 3 pieces on that kind of place.
Right.
And if you already have pieces on the board, then you have to connect to them. So
I trust you, Soften Your Razor. I think you could pick this up on the fly if you want to play.
If you want to, but if you don't, that's okay.
It is going to probably...
You for sure would pick it up watching a game too.
Right. Okay. Who else would like to play? I don't see Wim. I have to dig for Wim if I want Wim, I suppose. Oh, there it is. I see Wim now. He's live.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Okay, fine. Softer razors and...
Okay. All right. Is it just... I think... Soften Your Razor. Yes. Okay, there we go. We will go with that. Kingdom Builder.
Accept.
Normal mode. With friends. Board objectives random.
If you
running
need
scores
spots,
disabled.
Well, I mean, I think we're good at the moment.
Included. Yep, we're good. At least the first game. At least the first game, we're good. Only thing is the scoring is based on different cards picked at the start of the game, and some places where you connect them. Give power. Michelle, what a cute little pick.
Oh, thanks.
She likes her.
My little house.
Yeah. Oh wait, Soften Your Razor, do you know Michelle has her own live stream now?
I have my own channel on Fridays.
And she does a cooking channel.
Yeah, we do. I do cooking, and Adam helps me a little bit.
Oh, Wim's never played this before either.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's a really easy game.
Yes.
I was able to teach this game in French with really relatively...
She doesn't know a lot of French.
What, I was like, how are the emotes floating around on our camera?
Right.
It was a ladybug crawling on
the screen of the camera. So,
anyway, yeah, so I do a live stream, Michelle's Little Home, on Fridays, and that's like my little logo.
Yeah.
Which I did. I can't take claim for that. That is straight from Canva, so. Oh, I can't join. I'm at another table. So, Soften Your Razor won't be able to join. Ladybug emote is new.
Okay. Please don't try French on me. I can only order breadsticks in French. Time roller. Still waiting. And count to 22, I think.
Please don't try French on me. Nice. Okay. I don't know if I I could still teach it in French.
Time Ruler, were you going to be able to play? I suppose I didn't even... I just threw you in.
Time Ruler said yes.
Okay. He hasn't accepted yet.
Oh, well then maybe he's changed his mind.
Turn it to based, so soften.
Board and objectives random is strongly discouraged with beginners at the table. Is what it's saying here at the top.
Turn it to turn-based. Oh, I don't think I can turn it to turn-based. Now that we've already... Now that Wim's in. Parlez-vous anglais? Yes, we can speak English, Wim. Game mode. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
I can switch to training mode.
Yeah.
Cannot switch from real time to turn vice versa. Okay, so we're in training mode.
But if you look right here, Adam. I mean, it said right now you have it set to random. It suggests not doing that.
There. Okay.
Right here.
What?
Well, it says that you shouldn't do random for the objectives.
Oh, okay. First game. Soften Eraser should be able to join now. Okay, I'll invite Soften back. Okay, there we go. No, hang on. No, it won't let me switch out. I'd have to. Let's see here. Quick game. Okay, I will reset up. Games. Sorry, guys. And we will turn it to turn-based.
Everybody get out so Adam can set up the game correctly.
That's how real
this is
what
it's like for real life games, where it's like it takes some time to set it all up, you know.
Okay. Play with friends. We will switch this to turn-based with friends.
Hi, Trombone.
We'll do the same. Trombone, did you... Okay, don't join till it says to join. Okay.
Okay. Actually, that's perfect, Trombone, because we're about to start a game. We already have the max players.
Okay, don't join in yet. I just want to make sure. Turn-based, 1 move per day. No time limit, with friends only. First game. Okay, now everybody should be able to join.
Okay.
And now that it's turn-based, Soften Eraser should be able to play.
Gotcha.
Board and objectives. We did first game, running score, disable, and Lords included. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Soften Eraser's in, Michelle's little home is in, I'm in. Just waiting on Time Ruler and, well, Wim now. Okay, perfect.
Everyone's
go to game. And I think everyone has to select to go to the game.
Oh, yep, you're right.
So you have to scroll up and then select go to game, since it will force you in.
I'm in now.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
well, it's Time Roller's turn, so I'll kind of explain what happened. Time Roller drew a crevasse, or, I don't know, like a desert, a ravine.
Yeah.
Basically, the landscape that he lives around, he just drew. And he now has to place 3 houses on those sections. Canyon! Canyon. Same. So anyway, so he has to place the 3 next to that. When you start the game, you can place literally anywhere because you don't have any houses down. Once you have houses down, every time you draw a card, you're going to play adjacent to somewhere where you already have houses.
If you place next to one of these weird building tiles, you will get one of those building tiles, and they have special abilities that you can read about if you hover over it.
Right. Okay. So end of game points, where are we at? Okay, they're down here. Fishermen. So we're each going to get 1 point for every one of our little houses that's next to some sort of water. You are going to get 4 gold for each location and castle hex
that you
linked.
Connect.
So you want
to basically build roads from the locations to the castles. Also, you get 3 points for every castle that you're touching.
Right.
But it's only 3 per castle. It's not per house.
And then your knights build many settlements in 1 horizontal line. 2 gold, a of your own settlements built on the horizontal line with the most. So, like, Time Roller currently has 2 points for that particular one if the game were to end right now, because he has 2 next to each other on a horizontal line. And then lastly, you get 3 points for building adjacent to a castle. So that's about it. So, and you would have noticed once you place that first tree that it only let you place trees adjacent to that tree line.
That's the nice thing about learning with BGA is that it kind of just takes it over for you.
So it does work well to kind of... Shorthanding yourself is the wrong way of doing it, but I think of it like a trick-taking game where you're like shorthanding yourself. So if you can lock yourself in, so that way next time you can spread somewhere else. Like if you weren't able to be adjacent to these trees that you're currently, adjacent to, then it would force you to pick anywhere else.
Time Roller says if there is no longer an adjacent type next to your houses, then the house can go anywhere.
Right.
So Trombone had a bit of a rough day, and it has a really long drive home.
Okay.
And yes, Soften Your Razor is here, so I assume she has seen your message, but if not, she can teach quacks tonight. All right, let's see what I want.
Wait, who can teach quacks?
Trombone.
No,
I don't,
it's between them. Trombone will be. Okay, gotcha.
All right. I'm not sure.
As long as you guys know. Do you guys live near each other?
I would like to do.
It would be awesome if you guys were like, I don't know, apartment neighbors.
Oh, I'm pink.
Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Where are we playing quacks? Is what Time Roller wants to know. And Soften Your Razor says nice.
Nice. Okay, I can play on a desert. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to walk through some of these. You can hover over them and they'll explain what they do, but the paddock is going to let you jump houses over gaps eventually. The tavern build. So if you have like kind of a straight line, it's going to let you do a bonus house. If there's at least a line of 3, you'll be able to put a bonus house at the end of that. Let's see, what's this one? Farm. Just every turn is going to let you play an extra one on some grasslands.
Oh, okay. They're going to be playing on Tabletopia.
And the Oasis lets you do a bonus turn on top of sand or the desert. So I'm going to go on the desert. There we go.
Nice.
Confirm.
You could have gone down to those 2 bottom ones and gotten some water points.
Oh, I forgot about water points.
Yes, I made sure to tell you after you clicked confirm. Because, okay, here is what happened earlier today. Little guy was playing Mancala with me, and I was like, he always wants to take, like, when we're getting close to the end, take one from the beginning and move it toward his thing, and then he leaves all the other ones at the back. I was like, if you start at the back and work them upward, you get to move a little farther each time. And then he won. He was very excited, though. I mean, like, when a 6-year-old can beat his mom at Mancala, it's a big deal.
He's actually getting pretty good at Mancala.
He is really sneaky.
We're trying to think of other abstract strategy games similar to Mancala that he can pick up. Like, he has a hard time, I don't know, staying focused with other ones. And so I'm realizing that some of the more simplistic games, just a general abstract strategy, like I think chess would be too much for him. But I'm really looking forward to finding an Othello style game because I think he could handle that. Or something like that. Who are you sending aid to? Oh, okay. Time Roller is sending aid to. I still have the points. I gotta change the points, but we're sending you aid.
Virtual hugs.
Virtual hugs.
Oh, you can't see me hugging you. I'm hugging.
Not sure what move to make now. Oh, okay. You
Okay,
have
okay.
a desert. Let's see here. Where are you?
You can't connect to your current houses, so you can go anywhere.
Yep, you can start in any of these deserts.
Just you want to keep in mind if you can get those tokens that let you play extra houses, that's really helpful.
Like the tavern would be good. You could go next to that one. I kind of cut off this one.
If you also consider the goals of building by water and connecting the different locations together with the castles.
Should only have. Yeah, I feel like you would have to go on one of these. Should be concerned about the type of aid of
that Tiny is sending you.
There
of course not. Tiny is nothing if not a kind and gentle gentleman. I assume.
So on the start of your next turn, you'll be able to use that little token that you got. But you don't actually have any lines of 3 in a row yet. Like if this was one farther, then you'd be able to add one. Same with this. Since they're not in a perfect like horizontal line or vertical line. Diagonal line or horizontal is the only way to have lines here. Boredom aid for the long drive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, found out about something. So I'm also applying for another job, but I need to get like fingerprinting done for it. And,
yeah, it's been exciting.
And they told me the closest one that I could get to was an hour and a half away. And then that place said, I'm sorry, our machines are currently down. You'll have to go to the next closest. Well, then I called back to the main company. They're like, well, the next closest is actually 3 hours away. And I was like, really? Really? Like a 3-hour drive
road
there,
trip. Yeah,
5-minute fingerprinting, 3-hour drive back.
I mean, we just got to take a trip to St. Louis. We could have gone again and
like
hung
St. Louis
out
is where one was. Anyway, so they got back and they're like, actually, we found one.
We totally have money to do that since you're getting a job and don't currently have said job.
Right. So anyway, it's like, just get arrested by the police.
To get my the best way to go out doing it.
I'm trying to prove I have a clean record, Wim.
Fingerprinting for free. Office Max. Sounds like you all need a vacation so Adam can get fingerprinting done. Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, they let me know that there's actually a town 40 minutes away that can do it. And I was like, why didn't you tell me about that sooner?
That should have probably been the first one suggested.
Right. But anyway.
As if there's only 3 in the whole state. I mean, come on.
Right. So that should be able to get done, hopefully. And we're trying to sell our little trailer. So if you guys want a tiny home that's built on a 14-foot
or know of somebody who's interested in one.
We just want it as basically a generator.
Okay, let me look up.
What are you looking at?
My wife wants a tiny home.
Perfect.
We have one.
You can buy it. We'll drop off. It's 98 square feet.
So it's tiny. It's got the tininess
14 by 7-foot trailer with a long, like, angled nose. That's where we put the little toilet. It's off-griddable because it has about 1,000 watts of solar on it.
Do you have free shipping? And do you take an IOU for payment? First one, I mean, if we're bringing it out to you, you would probably be okay with that, yes. The IOU, on the other hand, that might get a little hazy.
We kind of need the money to pay off and pay for a little bit more of the construction of the house.
Oh, that might be nice, though. I can't decide where I want to go. Actually, you know what I could do? I could go here.
Yeah?
And then I can also go here.
Ooh.
I can do both.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, that's very exciting. Use location tile. Yeah, I want, yes, that one. Where do I have to? Oh, I have to go over here now.
So soften your razor. Do you feel like you figured it out?
In that case, I
At
cannot
least the
help
general
you.
premise. So there's not really a lot of strategy. I mean, there is, but it's light. It's very. It's why it's so easy to teach at game days, because it's like, what do you do on your turn? Well, we're gonna flip over a card, and that card's gonna tell you what you're going to do on your turn. Oh, I can go anywhere. You know what? Maybe I'll go there. Something like that. And then I'm going to click on Use Location Tile. And I'm going to fill in this one. Perfect. Confirm. Now the game ends once somebody runs out of houses to be able to place.
Okay, here is the link to our trailer. In case if you want information about it, or you know somebody who might want information about it, or you just want to snoop and see where we lived for the last year.
Yeah.
It's
Snooping's
got lots of pictures. So, yeah, it's there.
I won't say it was necessarily very tight to live in there, because honestly,
it felt
we
really
all
quite
got
spacious.
very used to it.
Yeah,
it's like
I saw there's somebody else has
kinda like
something for
living in a
sale down here by
clubhouse.
Macon.
Yeah, I know that one's been on there for like ever and ever.
That just surprises me a bit. Oh my goodness, so many ladybugs.
Bum, 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 bum.
Just to clarify, snooping is acceptable, but stalking is not. Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Totally different things.
And trombone. I made you a moderator, so make sure you're doing your job on the way home. Still have to set you up for Michelle's channel.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we've got time. Hey, this other one that's for sale, their countertop kind of looks like ours.
It does. In our Poor Men's Raid worked out really well last Friday.
It did.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome, guys. Does Christmas snow? I think Time Roller is picking on the fact that it came up as stalking like a Christmas stocking instead of stalking like you're stalking a person.
True.
They're spelled differently.
True.
But she doesn't know that, like, Time Roller, because she can't.
STAL.
She's just speaking into the thing. She can't see what actually.
Right. So like Google or whatever she's using to like translate into it.
Yes, Time Roller is so punny. Oh, I got flowers again. Great. Okay. Well, here and here. I might as well get as many water spaces as I can.
I'm not sure what that word is.
Enunciate.
Enunciate.
I feel like that's not spelled correctly though. But I might be wrong.
I will do my job in 25 minutes when I'm home, and I appreciate the puns, but I also blame voice typing. Miller blocked off my kingdom.
I touched this desert, and now I'm required to go there. And this one.
I feel you don't spell correctly. I mean, you don't read correctly. I mean, hi, friends.
There, okay, I did it.
Me.
I love these pink houses. I wish the real game had pink houses. That'd be awesome. I'd play with them every time.
Is that in place of the tan?
I think it's in place of like the sort of white.
Yeah.
Pink's way more fun. Okay, so I tried to enunciate, spelled completely differently, so properly, but between my accent and slight speech impediment and the fact that I use slang terms occasionally, which I don't have saved in my text, means that it doesn't always come across. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. I've never known voice capture to be super great.
Right.
For for getting your point across, so.
The houses agree the color of your name thanks to digital processing.
Well, the thing is like I went into my profile and you can put in, this is the color I'd like to be if possible. And then you can pick, I think, like 3 different colors. So, like, this is my first color, this is my second color, this is my third color.
It's kind of like mixed pick voting.
A little bit, yeah.
Which apparently isn't on the
for a
ballot.
while it didn't do it. And now lately I have been getting pink to start with. Like, when it's available. So that's cool. I really enjoy that because it's kind of fun to be the pink one.
Some days I'm amazed in all at how well voice typing works. Other days I'm still in awe, but in awe. In awe.
But for a totally different reason. How terrible it is.
I see. It took your all as awe. You must have a very heavy accent, trombone. That's my guess. I'm joking.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm
trying
just
to think like
about
what kind of accent you would.
Well, because North Carolina, I mean, they had a pretty good accent in Virginia, and in South Carolina, they had a pretty good accent. So I imagine, yeah, you probably have a pretty good Southern accent.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah,
like when we visited Maple Grande, and we were like in South Carolina, there were some people that were like, what did you say? The biggest issue is that I switch between various accents without realizing it, and so that just gets confusing very easily.
Yeah, when we were staying in those southern states, I sort of picked up the southern accent, especially if I got angry and it just came out.
Yeah.
And I think it's
pretty
much gone away. I think it's pretty much gone away at this point, but
it has. Missouri's not south
Missouri
enough
is not
to
very,
have a good.
They don't really have it.
Sustained southern accent.
But I have noticed my Minnesota accent more since we moved here.
I have noticed it too.
Like, it's really strange because I never really noticed it before, but I've noticed it more now. There are just, I think the biggest one is the way that I'll say "oh" in a word. Like when it sounds like "oh." And I notice, and I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Plus, I love vocabulary, and I tend to be very verbose more often than not.
Oh, good. Words are awesome. Depending on if you like the other games, I know that some of the racing games are in there. I don't know if you'll want to play them next week. But, like, Tokaido is coming up, and Hardback.
Oh.
Yeah. You've got a ladybug on your cup.
We ordered Hardback.
We did, but it has not come
eventually.
Yet. Apparently, if you order it with something that is pre-order, you don't get it until it comes.
Right.
So I don't know when that's going to be. Would have ordered them separately if I had known that. But okay, apparently it's my turn. I don't know how long it has been my turn, but it is.
A long time. No, I'm joking. I don't think it's been that long.
All right. Up here. And I know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, but yeah, I think so. I'm gonna use this to go here.
I'm not gonna do very well.
And I'm gonna use this to go, I guess, here. And I'm gonna use this. And I guess I'm going. No. I'm gonna go over here. Yep, that works.
I guess I'm going this way because it's my only option. we'll go up. And from this, there, and that, goes there. Getting lots of like ocean view.
But I think if they're going to have you work a shift like this a lot, we probably are going to need to change our times.
You think so? Because it always end at 3.
I know. I feel like it was a bit of a rush. Like you came in, didn't have enough time to like
breathe,
talk, or anything like that. So we might have to consider like
we'll see,
switching up our days and times or something. We'll see.
Well, so like they actually get trucks on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it's hard when it's just like this sort of whirlwind to get ready.
So the thing is like living in Montreal really showed us this like lifestyle that most people had there, because like health insurance wasn't tied to your job. Health insurance was just part of being a citizen in the country. And so like that meant you were kind of free to work like 3 or 4 different jobs. And you had your job that you worked because you just needed actual money. And then you had your 1 or 2 other jobs you worked just for the fun of it. And I've always been like, oh, that'd be fun. So I'm kind of trying that. We'll see how well it turns out, because health insurance is kind of tied to your job around here.
Sort of. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me, the health insurance marketplace is open. And so I need to check that out so that I have insurance again. Yeah. We got our setup when we moved here because we make very little. And so, and we don't live in one of those crazy states in the U.S. that didn't take the healthcare like money. I think, was it Alabama or Mississippi? Or, I can't remember. It's one of those.
I have no idea.
But anyway. Thus, also looking into substitute teaching, but not yet, because we're trying to see if I can get some of these other things done.
Yeah, I've got to work out the other stuff first. Too many like pots on the stove.
Right. Oh, I heard from the hardware store that he has the crimpers, so I can finish our hot water lines maybe tomorrow.
So might be able
at least
to take
over the weekend.
A bath in our own home this weekend.
It'll be the first time taking a bath or shower.
Not in a public space.
In our own home since we moved back from Montreal. Because, I mean, I'm not counting like when we lived with my parents, her parents.
Well, your parents just have the worst bathroom setup. And my parents is fine, except for that my parents are there. So,
Right. William's like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
It's just whoop, whoop. But I took it as a party horn with him. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So anyway, that'll be fun. So.
On phone with Mini Market. Michelle saying not in a public space brings many images to mind of what you've been doing instead for a bath. Okay, so I have done fairly well. Well, when we were traveling and we were staying at like random places, like it was super random where we were going to get a shower when we were living in the trailer.
Right.
A lot of it was campground showers, which aren't super great.
Sometimes the churches we stayed at actually had a shower,
and so then we used the shower inside the church, which was a little weird.
The Christian campground that we stayed at, where Meeple Grande was, they let us have access to one of the cabins because they were closed for the whole season, so they just give us access to a cabin.
Yeah.
That was kind of private then.
It was freezing in there though.
Yes.
But here we've been going to the YMCA half an hour away. Just once a week, more if like we were doing a really like dirty job or something. And so like the women's bathroom at the Y has like shower stalls with like a curtain.
Yeah.
Apparently.
The men's is just one big open room it's just like locker room showers, right? It's just one big open room with 5 shower heads coming out of each wall, staring straight at each other. And so, like, the nice part is we usually
it's like the urinal version of showers.
Yeah. And so, like, the nice part is we go during a time that a lot of people aren't there. And so, like, me and the boys just kind of each grab a shower and we're just, like, all there. Like, it's us 3 all together, and that's fine. It's only awkward when we get there and just some other old guy or random person is just also there. Mainly because then it's hard because, like, the little guy has a particular shower head he likes to use, and he hates showers. And so we always try to make sure that he can use that one. But a lot of time, the other people who are there are using that one. And so we kind of have to wait. So, but we will have a clawfoot bathtub soon. And no more shower.
Mm-hmm. So. That'll be nice.
And the floor is finished because Michelle did the flooring in there.
Yeah.
And we don't have walls, though, so no splashing in the bathtub.
I've become pretty adept at putting in flooring, and I'm looking forward to putting in some more.
Yeah.
So we'll see when that happens, but eventually.
If all the jobs can work out, then I can bring a little more money in to be able to finish the flooring.
Yeah.
In the house.
And then maybe get a dog.
Right.
We'll see. See what we can do.
We've kind of gone back and forth as to what type or kind of dog to get. Our first dog was a pound dog. We got him at the pound. Never knew how old he was. Our second dog was, I would say, similar to a pound dog. There was a family who had too many pets, and they wanted to get rid of him. And there was like, give him to us, or they would just give him to the local humane society. So we kind of took him. We had him a long time because we had him since he was like 1. But we're like, should we get a dog from a breeder, or should we get like another pound dog, because they usually are potty trained. So anyway, I know a lot of people have different opinions on, getting dogs that, are from the pound or aren't from the pound. I think a lot of people are for getting dogs from the pound or from a humane shelter of some sort instead of other things. And I think part of our problem is that we don't know a lot of dog breeders in this area. So we don't know if we would be getting...
I know, like, we have talked to Duchess, and she has offered a puppy from one of her litters. But, it's going to be her last litter of puppies.
Right.
And we probably won't be ready to get one. So it's probably not going to happen. But at least in that particular instance, like, we know how they care for the puppies and that they're super incredibly adorable. I still think about them. I'm like, oh, those puppies were so cute.
Trombone says, adopt, don't shop.
I mean, we've had two like, I refer to them as used dogs in the past. Like, one of the biggest perks, really, is that you don't have to get them spayed or neutered. Like, that's already done. And also, usually, I mean, ours both were. And you don't have to potty train them. I do like the idea of not having to potty train them. Right. And we do actually have one dog that we'd really like to get.
Yeah, we'll see.
She's so cute.
She's a little bigger than any of our other dogs.
Yeah, she's bigger than we were planning, but she looks so cute, and she's really sweet.
Right. But she's a local humane society dog as well. Yeah. They actually know her age because...
She was born this year. So, I mean, like, she's still very young.
And the particular humane society that one's from only allows them to go after they've been spayed or neutered.
Yeah,
and so
which is nice.
We know that she's already been spayed. She already has her shots. So.
But we don't have a floor yet.
Yeah, and
we have not been guaranteed that she's house trained.
When we asked, so is she house trained? They go, well, she just lives outside right now at the place,
which makes me want to just bring her home that much more. But
it's like,
long ago, before Adam and I got married, we had a set of hamsters because we went into the pet store we didn't have any pets. we had talked about maybe getting a pet at some point. And I think we're just going in to look at the animals, to think about what it might be like to have a pet in the future. Well, one of the ladies comes up behind us and she's like, "Oh, just so you know, those 2 hamsters are going to be fed to the snakes tonight because they're just getting too old." And I was like, "Adam, we can't let them feed these poor guys to the snakes." So we came home with 2 hamsters.
And the snakes starved to death.
And the snake starved us, yeah. I'm sure that's what happened. So yes, that is the only time we have impromptu bought a pet.
Right. Like impulse buy.
Impulse buy a pet.
But it's just, we walked past, like, we were going to
at least
a craft store.
But at least with those, like, they're hamsters. They only live, like, 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So it's not like it was a lifelong commitment or something.
They probably have, like, 20 other too old.
No, honestly, these guys were too old. They, like... what we learned
They're
later...
like geriatric hamsters. I mean, they have little walkers.
What happened later was we found out that if the hamsters get adopted when they're too old, like they will not be able to like be friendly.
Right.
So like we never were really able to like handle them at all because they were very aggressive, and we didn't know that that's what would happen if they were that age, which, I mean, the store person would have known that.
Right.
So it was really irresponsible of them to sell us those hamsters.
Yeah.
But we gave them the best life we could for their 3 years that we had them.
Right.
So.
Right. Specimens.
Yes, I agree. Definitely the snake didn't starve. I'm sure that snake was more valuable to them than those hamsters. They'll keep them alive.
Right. She wanted to meet her quota that week.
I mean, that is entirely possible.
You might have saved the snake from being attacked by hamsters.
I feel like I would. We're going to feed the snake to some hamsters tonight.
Into buying. Right. So yeah, that's why we were there. We're like, oh, should we get the dog? And it was like, no.
I really wanted to
We need to look up this Humane Society and make sure that it's actually legit.
The sweet little dog, like, gave me little dog kisses. And I was just like, Adam, I've fallen in love with the dog. I don't know what to do because I want to bring it home so bad right now.
It was like, keep walking. Eyes down. Look at the pavement. But anyway, that's the hopeful goal, is that we can get the house to a way that we can invite a dog into our house, into our family.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Just would like to have floors
and
a refrigerator.
And a refrigerator would be kind of handy. Oh, actually.
Yeah, the other part too is just cost effectiveness, right? So like, adopting a dog usually costs a lot less than getting a new puppy. Just saying. Because, like, there's the initial cost of the puppy from the breeder, and then on top of that, there's the spaying and neutering fee. You probably wouldn't need to do both, but, just to be sure. And then, all the shots and stuff. Versus getting from a pounder, Humane Society, usually that's taken care of. So it's just the one fee. And I don't feel so bad about the fee because, like, the dogs that they have, they're like $180, but they're just recouping the cost of spaying or neutering and the initial shots. So, we'll see. And yes, game ends when someone plays their last house. Is anybody getting close? Oh, Michelle, of course. Because Michelle has 6 other ways of laying houses every turn.
Yes.
So no wonder her
Michelle's strategy is almost always lay as many houses every turn as humanly possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just noticed that they don't keep like an ongoing tally of like what your points are.
You have to select it.
Oh,
And we
it
actually
will.
didn't select
Oh, you at the beginning when
at the
you're
beginning
okay.
when setting up the game. You had to opt in. What's your score? Oh, you're just 53. Crazy. I didn't think I would have a higher score than you.
I think I've only played it on here once.
Okay.
You've probably played it more than me.
Probably.
You know, there was a time, I don't remember why specifically. Maybe it was because when we were traveling, or maybe when we were staying at my parents' house. But there was like a very long period of time where like you mostly just streamed by yourself.
That is true.
And
That is true.
so you played a lot more games than me.
I think it's when we were traveling. Because
like you couldn't live stream in the trailer, and so you'd have to go outside or go to somewhere to do it.
Right.
And so like I typically you were doing it when
it's like in the
the little one was asleep, and so I was in the trailer, you know, supervising, and you were out doing a live stream.
You'll probably end it at the end of this one, right?
Oh, probably.
Do we all get another turn, or does it just end when you run out?
I'm not sure.
Couldn't remember.
We might all get another turn. I was not first. It might just complete the round. I'm not positive.
That is true.
Time Roller has the starting tile, so that would mean you would get another turn, but that would be it.
Time Roller believes it finishes the round. Seems like the thing it would do. Most of these games usually finish the round.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said at the beginning of the stream, this game we play at, or we at least bring to the game events that we do, because it's just easy.
Yeah.
To flip over a card and be like, this is where you're going to place it.
That is kind of nice. It narrows things down a bit.
I mean, there is strategy. There's developing a strategy and where your placement is.
Right. Well, and if you're really careful about where you put things, especially at the start, you might be able to place your pieces where it's not touching much else.
Right.
And so, well, if I place my flower pieces here, you know, I'll be touching just the trees, but nothing else.
Right. Or even if we look here on that first little river right here by the trees where no one has played yet, if you started the game and you played your first 3 against that tree touching the water.
Yeah, you would be able to put anything else anywhere else.
Right.
And that's a huge help.
Just helps you kind of spread
said they never expected this game to be like this.
Oh, I never expected it.
It isn't. Yeah, it's such a strange game.
I mean, so
it's fun though.
It's from the same guy who made Dominion. So it just...
And so the board is made up of 4 littler boards.
Right.
You can kind of see where the edges of them are on the screen. And so you can rearrange them. There's a whole pile of them. We have so there's like the family edition or something.
I think it is.
So it has a whole bunch and it has some expansions in it and stuff.
We didn't have enough money at the time to get the like super mega ultra pack.
I still feel like that's fine. I don't think we really needed that.
Buildings and the scoring card. You can play different each time. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, these cards are different almost every time, except for the castles, usually always here. It's these 3 cards that kind of change out. Normally
Time said the boards are double-sided, which, yep, they are. No, are they? I'm pretty sure the backside is the scoring.
Yeah,
Ours, the backside is a scoring thing.
Yeah, I think if you have the mega super ultra like big pack, I think they utilize the backside to be the other board. But yeah, with ours, the backside is the scoring track. Not that you would flip it, but you would just use one that you aren't using as your scoreboard. Trombone is off the interstate. Only about 5 minutes left after this red light till I'm home.
What's that?
I wonder, we probably have 5 minutes left of the game. We're at 85%. No, wait. If Michelle plays one more token, we're done.
Done.
Okay.
Confirm.
Oh, and it's letting me play. It's probably going to end it. I have to play in a grassland. I was thinking I can also play the one stuff, but I was trying to see if I can get to a grassland somewhere else. I cannot. I can't reach this thing. I am getting like no points for the one thingies. But I can get some points for rivers or for being next to water. That's about it. That's all I can do.
Okay, so now it's going to start scoring. Take a little bit.
Yep. Oh, this is scoring for next to water. Okay.
Yeah, so you're getting 1 point per house that's next to the water. 17 points for my
water. Shoot, you also got 17 points for your water. What's this one scoring?
I think it's doing...
Oh, I think this is doing...
The connecting?
Connecting. Oh, you got a lot of connections.
I was working on it.
Yeah, I think Michelle is just like wiping the board with us.
Okay, and now it's seeing who is getting points.
I should have looked at the scoring cards.
For that horizontal line.
Right.
I got 6 in my horizontal line. That's not too bad. If you unzoom one level, it shows all on one page. Okay, now we're getting points for our castles that we're touching.
Yeah.
I think this one's probably gonna be me.
What are you doing for castles?
For score. Wait.
Okay.
Yep.
And I got 25 points. Whim, you got 18. Soften Razor, you tied with Time Roller at 24. I got 25. So I'm really glad that us four on this side of the table were playing in tandem together. We were enjoying the time that we were spending with each other. While Michelle's little home over here was 62 points. Seriously,
wow.
So like we have to add together if it Time Roller, Soften Your Razor, and Banana were on the same team.
You know, this makes me feel a little bit like when we play Firefly the board game, and you like fly around, you're collecting all your things and having a good time, and I'm like, bam, 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 I win.
I tell you, that was a lot. Okay,
I actually honestly feel a little bit embarrassed by my score because that's like,
that's a lot.
That's a lot more.
Hashtag good French teacher.
We'll have to teach English people the rules in French more often.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm a regular player now.
Okay, so we could probably play this one more time because it took us about an hour.
Do we want to take a quick break? Trombone is home, and that'll give her a chance to. Well,
I was just gonna ask like who is up
maybe
for
Michelle
playing.
Should have taught us the game.
Yeah, probably. Well,
hey, I gave some tips throughout.
You did.
It's
It's
a really helpful. No, I mean throughout.
Yeah.
It's really helpful to get those tokens to help you get more things put down. That's
Soften Your Razor. Did we scare you away from the game? Michelle usually doesn't try to slaughter people.
Sorry.
But she was playing against me, so she just thought.
Win said I just didn't listen.
Okay, so I took Soften Your Razor off. Who would like to play the next round? I'm okay not playing, Trombone said.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Would you like to play, though? because we do have room.
I slaughter a lot playing games. I mean, it happens.
Wim's really good at Railroad Inc., I think, right? I'm trying to think. Sure. What were you like? There was a game, and I thought it was Railroad Inc. that you were scoring really high, and you were doing like the competitions and stuff. I remember we played it, and you were like, you know what? I don't know. It's going to hurt my ELO. Yep. Okay.
This is a controversial game.
Just not a big fan of Kingdom Builder. Okay. Did you want to play Kingdom Builder, Mr. Not Big Fan of Kingdom Builder?
Yeah, I can see how people wouldn't like it because, you know, if you do get kind of a bad draw, it can be a bit rough.
Yeah.
Ark is in.
Yeah.
Just not a big fan of Kingdom Builder. Right. I mean, that's fair.
Right. So, who would like to play?
Oh, Wim has been number 1 on BGA.
For railroading.
For
railroading. This is Wim's first time playing Kingdom Builder.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading it.
Okay.
I'll play again.
Somebody must have followed. Thank you for the follow, and I can never see it against my background.
Robert. That's right, because right here.
Robert Jr. plays.
Welcome to the chat. I heard Carcassonne, and I'm intrigued. I don't remember saying anything about Carcassonne.
I played Carcassonne before. To start with. That was one of our first ones. But
Ark says that they'd play Railroad Inc. Although Wim said that they would play again.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do Kingdom Builder one more time. So who would be up for playing Kingdom Builder?
No, with scoring cards. Oh, now with scoring cards. Oh yeah.
Oh, because before you didn't.
Okay.
I might have said something that sounded like it.
And you might have mentioned it.
I might have mentioned it because it was one of our first games that we played. Robert, did you want to play with us in Kingdom Builder? And are we friends on Board Game Arena? If we're not, I am. But go ahead with Kingdom Builder since that's today's stream. Thank you, Mark.
But if we have a request for next week.
Yes. Have we done? We did. Yeah, I've been trying to think of what to play next week. So we stream on Mondays and Wednesdays, from 4 to 6. And we're kind of taking requests too. So like we've been really playing through all like just the popular medium length games that we enjoy or know how to play. Like Kingdom Builder, which obviously if you look at the last score, Michelle knows how to play much better than I do. So I'm good. I have no idea how to play all these games. Still getting into board games. We can teach you how to play. I mean, it's very laid back. And Kingdom Builder is usually one that we teach new people when we do board game events. So, if you would like to learn it. Otherwise, you can just watch, and you'll see that it's fairly simple to pick up and go, and maybe next time. But if you have a Board Game Arena, I'll close that. If you have a Board Game Arena account, you can find me and friend me. I am ANM Game School. It's the same as our Twitch channel. And you can friend us, find us in the community, friend us. I'll friend you back, and then I can invite you into the games that we play. Watch for now. That mouth on trombone is smart and wise. I suggest playing a game. Wait.
See, right now, what is happening is some peer pressure.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's get...
Everyone's like, just play. Just play.
Where's trombone? Wait. Trombone, were you going to play? If I peer pressure you into it? Trombone. I'm going to throw trombone in there. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to play trombone, just don't accept it.
Yep. Okay. So okay, so we have Time Roller, Wim, you, and trombone, and I will find.
Has anyone told you that you look like Gav from the Slow Mo guys? I don't even know who those are.
I don't know. I get Seth Green every now and then.
I feel like,
but I think that I might have moved away from that.
You look less like Seth Green. When you were younger, you looked a lot like him.
Yeah, but I don't have the red hair.
But I think as the two of you have aged, you've kind of diverged.
That maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Who do I look like?
Adam said y'all were taking suggestions for next week. I provided a suggestion.
Oh wait, where was the suggestion?
What? Missed it. Oh, I suggest playing a game.
Oh.
That's okay, I see. She wasn't trying to like encourage Robert to come play. She was literally just being a punk. Okay, I'm gonna let's see here.
Hang on a second. What's going on? I can't switch to normal mode.
A little.
We're still stuck in. Okay, guys, hang on a second.
Here's Gavin from Single Guys.
Hmm.
I feel like a little. Me a punk? That's right.
Okay, so I actually have to quit, go out, reset, because I realized that I still had this set up for.
Time Roller said this is why you shouldn't auto invite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like if you just went in and were setting up the table, and then invited the people, it might take a little longer, but you wouldn't have to like redo it.
With friends. Okay. Manual. I'll do that. That's how I used to do it. And then Kingdom Builder. Create. The table. Okay, I see. Because then I can
this website's so cool. Are you talking about Board Game Arena?
Invite friends. Banana. Time Roller.
Yeah, we do. We really love Board Game Arena. We play it twice a week on our live stream.
And I'm throwing trombone in there for good measure.
I believe Asmodee bought BGA, didn't they?
Yes. I was pretty sure Asmodee bought it. Okay, guys. The table is ready.
All right. In we go.
Do we want to do first game board objectives or a random set?
That is a good question because some of them are a bit complicated, and I feel like not everybody quite got the.
Okay, we'll keep the same.
We're gonna keep all the same tokens,
same
and everything
objectives.
then, right?
Yeah.
That way, you guys can kind of get a better feel for it.
Okay, so trombone, are you going to be in or out? So anyway, we really like Board Game Arena if you're just checking it out now, because all of the rules are programmed into all of the games, and you can set up tables and everyone can play all together. Some people have Arc Lightning's just answering this. Yeah, so like some of the games have a little like flag. It looks like this up top. That just says that it's a premium game, and you just need someone with a paid account to be able to open the table.
So we have paid accounts, and so when we start a game, anyone can join us. You don't have to have a paid account. That's part of what makes the live stream work really well, is that like we can open any game and then anyone can play along.
So I'll go ahead and start it. Sans trombone.
Lesson 2, using goal cards. Yeah, it's important.
Right.
I would recommend maybe not trying to work super hard on all of them. I personally, on the last one, was working specifically toward getting as much water as I could, and also connecting the places, because that worked out well for what I had. I didn't really work at all on the horizontal line, because I mean you really just can't do everything.
Right. So in this game, for anybody just tuning in to watch now, Kingdom Builder, fairly simple. Every turn, you're going to draw a card. It's going to have some sort of landscape on it. That's the landscape that you are going to have to place your 3 houses on top of. Once you start playing houses, you have to play adjacent to that house that you've already started playing, if you are able to. And the main way you're going to get points is actually a random set. So you're going to get points by getting different things, but if you play the first game, you will always have the fisherman, which means you're going to get a point every house touching one of the water spaces. The merchant is going to give you 4 points for every time you can connect a castle to one of the location tiles. I think you can also connect the location tiles to the location tiles.
Yeah, it sort of seemed like it maybe was.
The next one is knight, and that's
it says for
lines.
each location and or castle has linked contiguously.
And then the knights allow you to, or you're going to get points for your largest section that is like horizontally across. They don't have to be adjacent to each other either. They just need to be horizontally across. Now, when you play, you can see on my screen now, there's a lot that I can go on. I must have drawn the fields, the grassland. So that's the only thing that's highlighted that I can even try to go on. These buildings are going to give us different, points based on what they can do. And so like the tavern is the same one we played it last time. It's the same configuration. But the tavern allows you, when you take one, you have to touch it. And you can't have more than one of the same one from the same area. I could get the other tavern along the other side, but I couldn't get the same one that I already have. So you just play 3 tiles, or 3 houses. That's all you do in your turn. Draw a card, play 3 houses. After that, if you've collected these locations, you can do something special on top of it. The horses allow you to move an existing house and jump it across a space and land on another space. That's kind of what that is depicting. Maybe if I go here, you guys can see it better. The tavern allows you, if you have something in a single line, like 3 houses in a line, for an extra bonus, you can place 1 more house along that line to continue it. The oasis allows you to place 1 house on a desert, and the farmland works almost the same and allows you to place 1 house on, some sort of grassland. Michelle uses these relentlessly to be able to place as many houses as possible faster than anybody else. So it's a really good strategy to try to get some sort of location that's going to allow you to spread.
Yeah.
Faster than Michelle is going to spread.
Those horse stables are fine, but they're not going to get more houses on the board. Something else to keep in mind, each of these spots only has 2. You can only get 1 tile from each of the locations.
But only 2 people.
But only 2 people can get them at all.
Get that special ability.
So they're limited. They are limited.
So I'll kind of explain my strategy. Unfortunately, you guys might cut me off with it, but that's okay. I'm playing against Michelle, so I wasn't going to win anyway. I went for the tavern, and part of my hope is to use my tavern's ability, like this, and then just continue extending my tavern, because we're playing with knights, and so we're going to get 2 points for every house in our longest horizontal line. So as long as I have this tavern, it can help me spread horizontally across for free. And then I could go onto this flower, because it's going to be in the same line right here, and then build to here and here, and now I'm touching the castle. The castles are always going to get you 3 points if you can get adjacent to them, but it doesn't matter how many you have adjacent to it. You're only getting 3 points because you're adjacent to that 1 castle. So I should catch up on chat. Not like Tabletop Simulator.
Right. That was still talking about
I only went premium after 2 years, and I'm really glad I did. I kept thinking BGA was just a pandemic thing, but I know I'm going to keep using it.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
That's the crazy thing is we were like, oh, this is really cool. We're gonna use this all the time for the pandemic, and we'll stop playing a lot of other games. But we've actually found there's a lot of brand new Kickstarter games that end up on here first before launch.
And there are a lot of games that aren't available to buy.
Right.
Like Loco Momo.
Loco Momo, you can't get.
You can't get it in the States, and so it gives you the chance to be able to play some games that you can't actually own, but also it gives you a chance to be able to play games that, like, you can only afford to have so many games, and you might only have enough, so much space to store games, and so this gives you a chance to have a huge collection of games at your disposal, and it gives you the ability to play with people who are far away. I know we've played it a lot with family members, because we've always lived kind of far away from everybody. And so it's nice to be able to play. Ooh, nice. I can finally move. And you can play games with foreigners up north. Exactly.
Like us. Although we moved slightly farther south.
Yes, we are not in a foreign land anymore, but man,
but we get to play with
torn.
people like Wim. And honestly, we never would have played with Wim, I'm guessing.
Probably
ever, without
not,
BGA.
yeah.
So it's like a testimony video for BGA.
Yeah, it's really funny because we are missionaries as our job, but like
just 5 more moves and I will be here. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, people kind of assume that means that we're out evangelizing and trying to turn people. But in all honesty, like, the only real evangelism we do is for BGA, because like our missions work is not related
tons
to
of people to
evangelism.
BGA.
I visited Montreal one time, like 24 years ago. Oh, I love it. I miss it.
Oh, my it's the same as my Twitch. So
A&M Game School.
Game School, which would just be my Twitch. So I mean, like, yes, if you find me, you can, in the community tab, you can search for friends. You can find me, you can friend me, and I can just friend you back. Thank you, Trombone. And Wim. Everyone's like, A&M Game School.
I'm gonna make sure you get this information.
A&M
It's super important.
So that's the thing. If you're a public speaker, you say it 3 times because, you know, it'll sink in then. So A&M Game School. Adam and Michelle.
And I don't think we actually introduced ourselves today, but this is Adam. I'm Michelle.
Hi.
That's what the A&M stands for. Adam and Michelle.
A&M Game School. So, yeah, so we are here every Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 6, usually every one. We just didn't do Halloween. But we're here and we're just playing board games with you, like on here, and it's very laid back. You'll understand Board Game Arena has some good things and has some less good things, and it depends on the party.
Some games really aren't very good on here.
Like, well, I was mean company-wise.
Oh, company-wise.
It can be kind of intimidating to go into a game.
It's a bit harder to play with people you don't know because they have this, like, system of, like, if you don't do your turn fast enough, you can be kicked out of the game, and then, like, your rank goes down.
If your rank is down far enough, it's hard to be able to get invited into games. So, our channel, we try to play without a time limit. I try to set that up at the beginning, and the only way I can really do that is if I select that I'm playing with friends. So having you friend the account makes it a little easier.
But like we play really friendly. We're not going to kick people out if they're going too slow because we know things happen sometimes. Right. It has happened to me one time where somebody kicked me out of the game. It was like kind of
because Adam likes to talk on his turn.
Yes. But yeah, we don't do that. We want this to be kind of a space where people can learn a game, and sometimes it takes a little longer to do your turn. That's okay.
So if you need to ask questions about the games while we're playing them, that's okay. We just did a whole live stream series playing games that we had never played before, and we just loaded it up, and Time Roller.
Some of them we didn't know how to play.
Soften Eraser and Trauma, like we all just learned how to play the game together.
Sometimes we just muddled through. Sometimes Time Roller taught it through the chat.
Right.
It was great.
1, 2, 3, and use my location to go here. Confirm. Okay, I'm just noticing that I have 1 point for fishermen right now. I have lazy fishing people. So, yeah. And anyway, so as you find games that you think are kind of interesting and you want to learn about them or play them, if you want to come to our channel and suggest it as a game to play, we'll most likely play it.
Yeah, we're cool with that. So
there's a few games that we just don't like, so that's why I said most likely. But I should also say, well, Time Roller doesn't do as much on BGA, but Time Roller does do playthroughs of games on his channel. Mm-hmm. And I would do shoutouts, but I always screw up on them. Do you do like exclamation mark SO or SO exclamation mark? And then I just realized that I don't know if I still have that set up. So, but Time Ruler is...
I just got
he knows like all the rules of all the games. And
2 tiles that one turn.
Okay, let me try. It goes that, and then you go so, and then I type in time. Do I do at Time Ruler or just Time Ruler? Yeah. I don't have it. You said either, except for you're obviously having an epic fail moment consistently.
You know, you could say it's just that we're too old to do this, but you know, the thing is, Time Ruler knows how to do it, and he's older than us.
/shout
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Time Ruler was given a shout out. Okay.
Oops. No. No,
So, yeah.
I did not want that. Okay.
I'm trying to think. Is anyone else? Who else is on live now with us playing who has a channel? I mean, we play with Trombone a lot. And we play with... I don't think Wim, you don't have a channel, do you?
You could shout out my channel.
Oh, yeah. If you want to learn how to cook, I'll shout out Michelle's channel.
Yeah, I don't play games. But we still talk about games.
We still talk about games.
Losapalooza
is an awesome one. They rate us all the time.
If you're just looking for other game streamers, they are so nice.
Yeah.
Wim doesn't stream.
It's Michelle's little home?
Yeah.
Home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Only one shout out can be active at a time. Please wait a minute and try again.
Okay, so you can't just do a pile of
anyway, Losapalooza, if you look them up, they are great.
Wim has followers for some reason. Yeah, I mean,
so
why not?
I'm trying to think. Losapalooza does play on BGA periodically with their fans. Otherwise, they usually do many other things. I think they do roll and write. They're usually on slightly before we would come on because they're in the Netherlands. So time frame wise, they're before. Now that I found out this website exists, I would totally stream in board games category now. What do you stream in? What do you usually play? Because this is an easy way to like do stuff. Oh, Wim said Germany. I thought they were in the Netherlands.
I thought so too.
Is Wim from the Netherlands and they're from Germany?
What?
I don't know. Video games. Okay. Any particular video game or
which
all
ones do you
video games? Oh, yeah. Ed Hart Board Game streams a lot of BGA. Okay. I'm trying to think who else. A lot of the other people that we know or we spent time with or we've gone to usually does games live.
Dave Luza is Dutch. Ilka is German.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Well, I knew about Dave, but...
Oh, I'm in canyons. Sorry, I'm like, wait a second. What am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I have 4 tokens already. Wim is getting it. Wim has 3.
Okay.
But you and Time Roller have 1. So you might want to think about getting some of those if you're able.
Well, I've been trying to grow to them, but I'm stuck.
Time Roller was abducted by aliens, and then they crashed there, and he was left behind.
Wait, what?
Oh, but they do live in Germany. Okay. In Dusseldorf.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they lived...
The Nancy Drew game series. Switch Sports.
Time Roller said, you might
Mario
think
games,
about letting me draw
casual
better
stuff.
cards, Missy. Michelle rigged the game. She shuffled.
I shuffled.
Actually, no, I mean, Wim has only... Yeah, he's got it. He's doing better. You're going to be dumping a lot more than him right now, but... Oh, I was trying to
There we
read
go. I've got
Nancy
2
Drew
locations
game
connected.
Series 33 total, Nintendo Switch, sport games, Mario, casual games, etc. Okay. What brought you to the board game stream?
Yeah, how did you get in
world?
here today?
Not that we had like the bouncer at the door anymore.
Right.
Maybe we should. Hashtag French shuffler. Oh, Michelle.
I like that spot.
Look through the board games category, and this looked fun. Good.
Well, I'm glad it looked fun. It's good to hear. We have fun.
We do.
And we have a really good group that hangs out with us.
Yeah, we used to do top-down camera kind of things on games that we played together, but ever since BGA, it got so much simpler. There's a lot less setup to be able to just sit and play board games with people in a very laid-back environment. Like,
oh yeah, very.
We used to make other videos, and to think now it's
this is so much more laid back than before.
It's so much. Okay. The sun is going down. I would go top-down stuff, but it's expensive.
Adam has all of the camera gear and stuff. He used to do videography projects for people.
Right.
And so
we just converted it.
Already had everything, so it worked.
So like the current camera we're using is a Canon mirrorless, like basically DSLR, but we have strapped on it a Minolta prime lens, so that way we get this nicer shallow depth of field look and stuff. And so we would do the same thing with a secondary camera coming down, but it just meant having to have something structurally to hold it up. And since we've been building and moving and doing all the random stuff, this just worked out so much better.
This is a lot nicer. It doesn't take very long to get set up, but
it's a stream running on a PC with a graphics card. So the really cool part is
laptop.
It's just a laptop. The Canon DSLR is part of the newer models of Canons. I mean, you can do this with almost any Canon DSLR that has the view function, being able to view a photo before finally taking it. My old ones didn't, but my new one does, which means that I can just plug in a cell phone cable from the camera to here, and that's the signal that it goes through. It doesn't actually need the HDMI to USB cord.
Whoa, Wim! Oh my goodness.
Is Wim trying to win now?
Me and Wim both have the same amount of houses.
Oh, I was talking
for
too
one
much.
thing. Yeah. Also, look at this line. This horizontal line. That's pretty impressive.
That's a nice line.
Yeah, isn't that a pass-through cable? But you are ahead. Yeah, I'll gain a little bit too because one of your tiles doesn't let you lay anything. It just lets you move them. All of mine will let me lay. So I'll be able to lay one more than you each time. But I mean, it's close. I have not been paying a whole lot of attention to the gold cards this time around, which could come back to haunt me later, but we'll see. I guess.
I think I'm gonna go there.
No, I think I see what you're saying. Like, wait, who is first player? Yeah, you're at 17, but you just had your turn, and I haven't had my turn yet.
Right. Oh,
Adam is doing really well.
Okay.
William says.
Confirm. There we go.
All right. What do I have this?
So anyway,
Trees.
sorry, what was it? So it's just with the older mirrorless DSLRs, we had to go from an HDMI cable, but it was hard to get a clean signal. But HDMI cable to an HDMI converter into a USB to be able to run it through that way is its own like separate graphics card. But Canon during the pandemic launched just a firmware that you update on your computer, and it allows you to treat their DSLR cameras as webcams by just using a simple simple like cell phone cable, USB-C? No, USB. I'm trying to think of which one it is. It's the same charger that you would use for a PS4 remote. So much convergence. Yes. But anyway, this is simpler because there's just one cable coming to here, and then it goes in and it works. So actually, I'm surprised it works because usually I plug everything in differently and I have it all going into the same, which I normally don't do. So I usually have the microphone in its own plug and the camera in its own plug. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 17 houses left. You have 10. Wim has 17. Timler has 25. I can't get out of this area. Like, I'm stuck. So.
Yeah.
Like everything
that can happen.
Draw.
That can happen for sure.
When I'm not drawing any, I just realized I haven't drawn any deserts. If I drew a desert, I could get out of this area. I could come down here.
Yeah.
But I'm not touching a desert. And time roller blocked me.
Well, you should be able to see what you have for
this.
next turn.
I see what I have, and it's not helpful.
We have ravines, which means, yeah, I know where I'm going to be ending up. Yeah, sometimes where you go can get you kind of stuck. And then you're just there. Because that's it. That's all you have. All you have to work with is just that you're there.
I'd like to connect more things. There's just nothing. I would have a lot in a row. Let's see here. Wim has a really good section right here. Do you think the quality of video will degrade if you had loads of HDMI to DisplayPort and DisplayPort to HDMI cables plugged into each other back to back? Always wondered. So like the thing is that I know about this setup that doesn't use the HDMI output at all is that it only allows you to use one DSLR cam. The firmware can only handle one coming in. So if we want to plug in a secondary camera, I have to use the HDMI, but it also downgrades the video to 546p or something like that, which isn't really noticeable if you really think about it when I'm using like our tiny little image here in Michelle's face and my face. They're very small. Like we've shrunk down the video input to be able to fit it. So it doesn't look like it's degraded. Mainly because we're displaying the game for the most part instead of our faces. So you can kind of get away with it. Certain things you can cheat the system with, but I do not like that I keep drawing these flowers.
Well, you're like out of flower spaces there.
I know, finally.
It is annoying when you end up drawing the same terrain over and over and over.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, like, you need to be able to get somewhere else.
Right. I'm going to go here. Confirm. I'm really surrounding this tavern. I love this tavern a lot, I guess. Yeah, I can't notice with the 1000 bit. Yeah, bit rate. So, I'm not. Something that we've also done. We've tweaked a lot of our like output feeds because before we were traveling in our tiny home, and we were trying to live stream and do these gaming live streams on the road over cell data, and so I messed a lot with the thing. So I think we're still doing. Are we 30 frames a second? We are 30 frames a second now. I used to have it 24 frames a second. And I tweaked a few other things. So I've just recently brought it up to 1080p, but still keeping the general kilobytes down. It's not a necessity anymore. We actually have pretty good internet, but it doesn't have to be terribly flashy either, I suppose. The nice part about being able to use its shallow depth camera is the focus is just nicer, I suppose.
There we go.
Looking good. Movie quality in terms of frames. Yeah. So me and Michelle went to school for animation a long time ago.
Yes,
So,
back in the day.
Back in the day.
When we were youngins.
But I just thought about like the comprehension of what we were using to create the animations with, and the power.
I mean, this is not a great laptop that I'm using, but like, its powers are just infinitely more than the laptop that we actually use to animate.
I know.
Animate on.
I know.
You could save that information on a zip drive.
I know.
And, like, our kids don't even know what a zip drive is.
Yep.
Am I thinking of the right one? The zip drive.
Zip disk. Yeah.
But
we had the.
It was like a floppy disk, but it was hard.
Yeah. 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 So animation was fun. We like 3D animation more than the 2D animation. Michelle likes 2D animation in making the animatic and writing the story. And
I was more into like character design and stuff.
And I was more into 3D modeling and doing that kind of stuff. So
yeah, Adam really liked the 3D stuff.
But
I also really enjoyed like the web design and graphic design stuff, which I do still use. So as part of our job,
right? And I tweak frame rates as part of my.
Still related somehow. It's still related.
Because we use the sun for most of our lighting.
It's getting a bit dark.
I'm just gonna up the ISO. There you
go. Oh, I only have 3 houses left. Goodness.
There.
Did not realize that.
I usually set it to auto ISO, but I've noticed with the window behind my head, it tries to like offset with that, and that's just.
I don't know if we mentioned. I'm only just now thinking of it because I'm only just now going to use it. But
that we're playing Kingdom Builder.
Yes.
What?
You can use your tokens before or after you've done your card.
Right.
I mean, it comes up as an option, but I don't think we actually mentioned it.
I don't think we mentioned it.
I don't usually do it that way, but like
I oftentimes
on the last turn sometimes.
And well, you can't use it once you started. Once
you have to do all the tokens and then the card, or the card and then all the tokens.
Right.
And you can always choose not to use some of the tokens, but you can't like intermix them. Oh, Time Roller mentioned it. Perfect.
Yes, you can. Okay. I said, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm obsessed over that stuff. Me too. I used to be like really into like the frame rates and just general camera stuff. Okay.
Oh, Time Roller says that he uses his cards during his tokens. Interesting. Okay. Maybe you can.
I wonder. Okay, so I placed 2. Could I? No, it won't let me click on the card to use it. I've started placing 2, and now wants me to finish placing 2. Where else should I go? I can't really get anywhere. You guys are like,
yeah.
What's with this whim? Like the Great Wall of China right here. I can't cross it. Okay.
Yeah, you can like go into the games of other people and just like observe, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So that way, if you're unsure about like trying out a game, I'm gonna jump over to here so I can get some river
water.
Tiles. And then, is there anything that's gonna help me?
Probably not. Just give up.
Is this the end?
It's definitely going to be the end. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. This is your last turn.
I do not. I don't have the ability. I never got a desert.
Bam! I've got another castle connected to another location.
Yeah, and I think if you pull up the game and kind of like spectate, because it'll say that you're spectating, I think you can kind of see if we were playing a game in which things are blind to other players, I think you can kind of cycle through and look at them. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I think you can see hands and how people are playing.
Okay. Nope.
Oftentimes, if I invite you in to play a game with us, and then I I've seen a lot of people be like, and they weren't able to play, but they become spectators of the game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what game could I have played?
I'm done.
Okay.
I did it. We'll see how it goes. Well, I don't feel like I will have just taken it away as much as I did last time.
You don't think so?
I think.
Well,
I feel like I'm fairly well set up for points.
Who was starting player? Was it me?
No, it was Wim.
Oh. Okay.
So
it's just gonna get the time roller, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And
We
then
said time roller.
Shut it down for the night, and
yes, we will have to go after this. We have to get ready for the boys
Wednesday's
coming back
us,
home.
So.
Boys back in town.
I was just getting good at building houses. I know it always feels like it ends before you really want it to.
Right.
I just want
which is good.
A few more houses
because we've seen when we bring it to game events, people will replay it and replay it and replay it.
Let's play again. So
keep the same goal cards because I finally understand what I'm doing.
Right, exactly. Like we're gonna keep the same goal cards because these are the ones I can teach in French.
Right.
Oh, speaking of which, are our cards in French?
Yes, we have the international version.
So it has English and French.
We have English, French, German, Spanish. Probably have Italian.
Yeah, I doubled down on those horizontal lines once I saw that you had such a long horizontal line. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, it's way closer this time. Not for... Well, I mean, Time Roller could still be getting a lot of points, though. But,
well, let's see here.
This was much closer.
This was better. This was better. Me and Wim both took home 47 points.
Yeah, way better than last time.
Did way better than last time with 28. And Michelle, you did...
Like almost exactly
1 point less? 2 points less? I think you had 67.
I think I had 67 last time.
So 2 points less. So.
Yeah, good game, everybody. I'm glad it was a little closer. Cause,
right, because otherwise... Y'all doubled your score and still
she's a ringer.
Not close. So don't bet against her. All right, let's switch back to here. We need to find someone to raid.
We're going to have to remember this. Make sure, like, if we do use Kingdom Builder for our next event, like, I'm not the one teaching.
Yeah, probably not. It's best if you kind of, like, sit out. If you Kingdom Builder
like,
from the
supervise. Oh, man.
All right, let's see here.
Dutch is on. Board game stuff.
Maybe we should go... Dutch is... He's just brick building today.
Oh, okay. Board game stuff is doing like top 10 games I learned this month.
Okay, we'll do board game stuff then.
Check Games Edition 12-hour anniversary stream is on as well. Okay. You are my nemesis now, Michelle, this game. I will take that.
She needs something that she's really good at.
I have a few games that I'm like pretty good at. I feel like this is one of them, although to be honest, I had forgotten that.
Yes.
Via Magica
we keep playing
one
it at
of
different
that
places.
has been one of them. Not so much anymore, but
all right. Go. And we will there we go. Start read.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, see you guys on Friday for Cooking with Michelle at Michelle's Little Home. Same time, 46. Yep. Or Monday, and we will play some more games.
More games.
I'm not sure what we're going to do
yet. On BGA.
But on BGA. So maybe we'll start taking suggestions on Friday. So if you want to make a suggestion for gaming,
you can always make a suggestion in mine. So,
all right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. I have to switch this.